In light of the recent episode of Philip DeFRANCO covering esports growth and the mention of League of Legends and Riot Games, I decided to make a video about what if Philly D was a League of Legends champion. Why? Literally because why not? Why use reason in a reasonless world? With that being said, what if Philip DeFRANCO was a champion in League of Legends? While this won't be no tubes masterpiece with every Philip DeFRANCO intro ever, let's just jump into it. First, what would his title be? Well, looking at Twitter, we can get that pretty much instantaneously. Introducing Philip DeFRANCO, the possible adult boomer. Now, what type of champion should he be? Ranged or melee? Physical, magic, or true damage? After all, we do have a ranged champion who is already very vocal, but also mute in Sona, while Phil too is very vocal with his show and only mute to people who have their own narrative and selective hearing with what he says. The opposite end of the spectrum, though, is Draven, the drunk raven, and his primetime skin, who is also ranged. So to complete the ranged trifecta, Philip would have to be a ranged true damage champion because it is truly baffling the range people will have and saying why Phil said something he really did not actually say. The way that people can put words in his mouth when it's his job to speak to us is ironic and kind of a legend in its own league. But now for the fun part, the abilities. So for the passive, we have, and of course we have to, sup you beautiful, but I can't finish that term, but you know the term is, it's a very iconic term, but that gets like demonetized and stuff if I finish that term. Basically the intro of his entire show would be the passive. Phil compliments every team member around himself, and everyone on Phil's team gets a bonus stat from being near him whenever he says sup, becoming the DeFRANCO elite. If the people near him are enemies though, they are probably part of the dislike and unsub squad and give Philip the stats instead. The Q, which is a bit more of a recent ability if people have been watching the show recently, Throat Punch University. The standard bread and butter damage ability. Yes, a melee ability on a ranged character in an attempt to do like Riot often does and stay fresh with new ideas and stuff when it comes to reworks and new champions. If an enemy is close range, you punch them in the throat, knocking them back. Pretty simple. W. Let's just jump into it. Mobility creep? Sure, got you covered. Phil jumps a certain distance in any direction. However, if a teamfight is happening and he has hit an ally prior with his passive, Philip can jump into the drama that is a 5-on-5 battle on Summoner's Rift. Yes, it's Kai'Sa's ult on a standard ability, again being fresh. Just be happy we didn't put him in a skin-tight symbiote void suit. Well, until just now. Thanks. E. Secret Link of the Day. Phil can link with an ally by locking onto them and gaining a random ability of theirs. But it's a secret which one. It is like Silas's ult on an ability, yes, but now when you state facts and someone leaves their AFKs because of it, you can just still possibly use their ultimate and win the game anyways. Also, yes, better Photoshop this time. Now for the R, the ultimate ability. You've just been filled in. Summoner's Rift is the Philip DeFRANCO show, and Phil loves yo faces, and he'll see you tomorrow. After channeling on all 10 champions on the field for several seconds, damage is dealt to enemies, able to execute on missing health if they were already affected by sup. Allies instead and Phil himself are healed from being informed with facts. So basically Karthus ult, but actually good and worth complaining about. Now for some honorable mentions about some abilities that were going to make it into the kit, but quite didn't. Neck holding. When out of vision after taking damage, Phil will hold his neck and heal based off of the damage dealt after several seconds. Because that's never really going away. It's always in the thumbnail. It's always in the thumbnail. Something is wrong with that man's neck. We need to get him some help, a massage, a day off, I don't know. Rogue Rocket. Jinx ult but targeting all 5 enemies instead of just one enemy and missing health damage. And also there was another version of DeFRANCO Elite where instead of the one that made it into the kit was actually allies can give their gold to Phil to help him build faster. Think of it like Zillion's passive in the bottle kind of effect, or the rune that lets you go into debt so that we can build items faster as well, but you would be behind in money. That's like the balance of it. So there you go, there is Philip DeFRANCO if he was a League of Legends champion, again, because why not? He did the episode, and he mentioned things I thought I'd never hear him say, so I figured, hey, that's an idea that popped into my head. Surely it's an idea worth making, because that's how the internet works, right? So, thank you so much for watching the video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification, the actual subscribe button, but I don't know which video will be next. We're just gonna have to wait and see. So until this time, take care, and enjoy pizza responsibly. I've been Gamrison, you've just been filled in, I love your faces, and I'll see y'all tomorrow, maybe, maybe not, maybe just at some point in the future we will see each other again whenever I make consistent videos. But thank you for watching.